Hey y'all, Michelle Raza here with Finding Yourself SATX Life Coaching, coming to you from San Antonio, Texas. I apologize in advance for my voice. I'm getting over something, so I sound like a chain smoker. I don't smoke, promise. Before we get started with the Finding Yourself book club today, talking about Dr. Gibson's Recovering from Emotionally Immature Parents, I would like to ask for you to please check out my site. It's at www.findingyourselfsatx.com. There in the shop section, you can see where we've recorded video PDF combinations of the Life Balance Questionnaire, which are available to you for $19.99. If you prefer just the PDF version, you can always contact me and I'll send that to you free of charge. This is basically a guided walkthrough to help you complete that Life Balance Questionnaire, set up your personal vision statements, which gets you started on the way to setting your goals. So it's the first 7 pieces of the life coaching journey, which we've made available for you for only $19.99 each. And also I have Mr. Earl Grey meowing in the background, so I apologize for that too. I don't know why. I opened the door, I asked him to come inside, he said no, and then I closed the door and then he keeps meowing, so I can't even with that guy. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Dr. Gibson's Recovering from Emotionally Immature Parents. We're on the last chapter here. The last video, I know the last video I just put in a plug for my new product, so I apologize for that. But the one before then, we were talking about mindfulness and how you can use mindfulness to keep your self-connection and stay present. Today we're going to talk about how to steer your EIP relationships toward more equal and peaceful interactions. No relationship is satisfying unless you can be genuine. In this next section, we're going to look at ways to interact with an EI parent that will raise the chances of real connection with them, yet not leave you feeling that you let yourself down. Okay, so here's Earl. He's my little one-eyed pirate cat. We rescued him, and he's here to say hello. You can see he has one eye that's a little messed up, so it tears. The doctor said that they were potentially going to have to cut it out, but then they didn't, and it opens sometimes. He's very vocal, and he keeps interrupting my recording, so just wanted him to say hi. Hopefully now that he's in my lap, he'll let us finish our recording. Okay. Interrupt old patterns before they take over. To avoid emotional takeovers, pay attention when an EIP puts pressure on you to take responsibility for validating or fixing their feelings. When you experience that tug to make them feel better at your own expense, you can interrupt the takeover by staying aware of what they're doing. It also helps to narrate their behavior with self-talk like the following. Now they're trying to emotionally coerce me and make me feel bad. Now they're inviting me to spin up into their drama triangle. Now they're on the me channel. Every topic goes back to them. Now they're dismissing and disrespecting my inner experience. Now they're questioning my right to have my own feelings and thoughts. Now they're challenging my duty to take care of myself first. Now they're making me feel guilty so they can seem blameless. Once it becomes second nature to spot these dynamics, you can respond in new ways to protect your boundaries and emotional autonomy. EI takeovers are most easily dissipated as soon as they begin. At first, EIPs can make you feel things. But as soon as you become more conscious of what they're doing, their attempts lose power. Become the relationship leader. Once you interrupt the EIP's control, you can try to move the interaction toward the outcome you want. By suggesting preferable outcomes, you lead the way toward a more equal and respectful adult relationship. For instance, when a parent tries to give to take over or give advice. You might say, well, that's a good idea, Mom, but it's important to let me think this through for myself. If a parent gets angry and speaks harshly, you can be the leader by saying, I expect you to control yourself. We're two grown adults now. How are we going to have a respectful adult relationship with you talking to me like that? Improve the relationship one interaction at a time. Interactions are better managed when you aren't worrying about the overall quality of your relationship. Handling an interaction is doable, but improving a relationship is too big a goal. By focusing on only one interaction at a time, you will feel much more effective and less discouraged. In fact, try going into an interaction with your EI parents in a neutral frame of mind, as if you had no history with them at all. Let it be a brand new day. Pretend everything they say and do is something you've never experienced before, such that you are free to respond genuinely in the moment. This technique of entering interactions freshly, without memory or desire, lets you meet people where they are, without seeing interactions through old resentments. You don't hold old stuff against them, and you see them with new eyes. You can interact with your parents as if they were acquaintances you had met socially, having no expectation that they would meet your deeper emotional needs. You don't have to love them, and they don't have to love you. You can just get along. Give me a second. I kind of take issue with this, but it might be the way that I was raised, where in my family it was like, you don't have to like each other, but you have to love each other. Like, you have a bond of love because you're family, even if you can't get along. But I think some of this might just be differences in culture and just the way that she speaks. So again, I apologize for my voice. It sounds terrible. I promise I don't feel as bad as I sound. But talking about how to steer your EIP relationships toward more equal and peaceful interactions. You want to interrupt their old patterns and think in your mind, label what it is that you see them doing. So when you see a behavior and all of these things that we've talked about in the book, and hopefully you have your own copy and you've been working through it, label what it is that they're doing, because that helps you not get taken over, right? And then become the leader and ask them things. Make sure that you understand yourself, right? You are an adult and they are an adult now. So they're not going to put you in a corner and make you feel small just because they're the parent or because you have that long-standing relationship with them where that's how they've been acting. You understand that you're equals. For the sake of both being adults, you're equal, and they need to treat you as an equal. And if they're not treating you as an equal, end the interaction. It's as simple as that. Make an excuse. You have to go. You can talk another day. Change the subject and get out of there. And it doesn't have to be super dramatic, but you just need to be firm in your boundaries, and you need to assert them as often as it takes until the message sinks in. They're not going to bully you anymore, and you're not going to accept these types of interactions where you're made to feel less than. You're equals, you're both adults, and you both deserve respect. Okay, and then the last tip that she has here is one interaction at a time. Just focus on one interaction at a time. And so this chapter is called, You Can Have the Relationship You've Always Wanted. And that's false. You can't. With an EIP, you're not going to be able to have the deep emotional connection that you would like. But you can have pleasant encounters with your EIP, so long as you understand that that's what they are. Take it one interaction at a time. And one helpful thing that I found is to, just like she said, the person on the street, right? Imagine that you're talking to somebody pleasantly. And that pleasantry, move it towards your EIP. And just, hey, how are you? How's the weather? Whatever. Keep it light. And as soon as you feel offended by the way that they're treating you, You don't have to respond with ugliness. You don't have to make a big deal. You just need to get out of the situation. And it may be someone that you're not, it's a toxic relationship, but you're not willing to end it, right? You keep going back. They're your parents, they're your siblings, you love them, you want that relationship. So end the interaction. Just focus one interaction at a time. When they mistreat you, you end the interaction. And ideally, if we look at what Gottman has shown us, we talk to these people about how we feel, and they change because they care about us. But what Dr. Gibson is coaching us through is working through an EIP, who is somebody that doesn't have the capacity to understand that they're not treating you right. They're too self-centered to understand that they're treating somebody else in a bad fashion. So you just have to set your boundaries, assert them, and keep reasserting them as often as it takes for them to understand that you're going to end the interaction when they act a particular way. And that's it. So if you like these videos, if they provide value to you, please do like and subscribe. It really does help us little YouTubers. And I hope that you do take the time and invest in yourself today. For only $19.99, you can start your journey and start writing out your personal vision statements, which are the first steps to writing out your goals. And then with your coach, you can work on being held accountable to your goals. So just like when you go to the gym, it's better if you go with a buddy or somebody to hold you accountable. Working with a life coach on your goals, we're objective. We're not really interested in any excuses that you're going to make to yourself about why you didn't achieve your goals. We can help you, we can reevaluate, and we can set your goal so that next week you meet it. But that's about all we can do. We won't say, oh, you did good on this day, so you're not meeting your goal. We can say, okay, maybe we need to reassess. But I hope you take that time. I hope you invest in yourself. Please do like and subscribe. Tell your friends. We're halfway to 1,000 viewers. We're at 502 subscribers today. So that's a really big deal for me. This is like a year-long journey that I've been on, more than a year. And if you watch the videos, it's so funny because the most popular videos that I have, like the camera angle's wrong, I have no background, I'm 30 pounds heavier, but the message is what resonates with people, which is Dr. Gibson's message. Those are the most popular videos, the adult children of emotionally immature parents. So hopefully this is providing you some value. Please do contact me, even if you bought all 7 of the coaching sessions and you've already done all of your personal vision statements, but we've never talked one-on-one. I'll still give you that first coaching session for free. So take care, y'all. Have a great day, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.